Hello friends, welcome to Study Center. You are watching the lecture 5 by Study Center for the chapter 1 number system of class 9th mathematics, and our topic for today's video is the rationalization and simplification. So watch the whole video till the end to get master in this topic and learn what is rationalization, how can we rationalize, and what is simplification and further. So first of all, before starting the topic, we must know what are the identities, some important identities. I hope you have already learned all those identities: a plus b the whole square, a minus b the whole square, a square minus b square, that is a minus b into a plus b. So all these identities are very important. So how can we use this identity when we are having the root terms? In place of a and b, we just have to put root terms, and then what are the identities that are becoming, that we have to see over here. Suppose here we have root a plus root b multiplied by root a minus root b. So this identity, you can see it is similar to the identity called a plus b into a minus b. That is almost similar to that only. So what we can do? We can just replace. What we are going to do over here, we used to do a square minus b square. Same thing you have to do in this root term also, a square minus b square. But over here a is equals to root a. So when you are going to take a square, root a square will become, just root and square root will get cancelled and you will get a in the place. So the most important thing, that root a plus root b multiplied by root a minus root b would be a minus b. Similarly, root a plus root b multiplied by a minus root b, what it will happen? Over here we are taking a square minus root b square. Using that formula, it would be a square minus root b square. So a square will be a square as it is, but root b and b square will be get cancelled and you will get just b. Why I am telling you the derivation? Because if you forgot the identity, just learning or mugging up of these formulas will not help. So you must know that how can we derive them. Third one is root a plus root b the whole square. So you already know what is the formula for a plus b the whole square. So in place of just a and b, you have to place root a into root b, then you will get the answer. And similarly for root a minus root b. So if you have watched my previous videos, then I have already discussed some of the identities in this last lectures of this chapter. If you have not watched, then go and watch the videos. The link is given in the description box. Maybe if you have not watched, let me revise it once for you. So over here we have root x multiplied by root by, means the product xy is in the root. So how we can derive it? If we have xy under root, then we can put root x multiplied by root y. Separately numbers can be kept under root. Similar thing can happen for the fraction of division. Over here we have x by y, that is the fraction which is under root, and you can write it as root x root y separately. If you have root x into root x, means that was I telling you, when two terms having same number and both are having roots, so that root will get cancelled and you will get x. How it will get cancelled? Actually the root means what? If you have a root on number, what does it mean? It actually means that you have a on the root, means you have the power a 1 by 2, and when you again square it, if you are taking 2 root, then you are going to squaring it. Root into root will be root square, and that square and 2 will get cancelled, and that's why you are getting just a. So over here your root x and root x would be just simply x. Now if you have a plus root b multiplied by root x plus root y, so the term will be root ax plus root ay plus root bx plus root by. How it can happen? So over here root a will be multiplied to root x plus root y whole term, then this root b would be multiplied to root x plus root y. So that is a simple thing you already know. Now let us proceed towards the examples. It is the examples from your exercise 1.5. Over here you have to simplify 3 plus root 3 multiplied by 2 plus root 2. So over here you have just two different terms, a plus root b, x plus root y. So as I told you, you have to take first bracket and multiply to the second bracket. So each number of first bracket will be multiplied to the second bracket whole. So when first of all 3 would be multiplied to 2 plus root 2, then root 3 would be multiplied to 2 plus root 2. Next 6 plus 3 root 2. Over here how it came? 3 into 2 would be 6 and 3 into root 2 would be 3 root 2. Over here similarly in this bracket 3 into 2 would be 2 root 3 and root 3 into root 2 would be root 6. So that's the simplest one answer that you can easily solve. Still, if anyone having any query, put it in the comment box. I'll make another video for solving your all the queries. Next question, 3 plus root 3 multiplied by 3 minus root 3. So over here, as you can see, you can solve it using the identity I told, a plus root b multiplied by a minus root b. So it would be a square minus b. Why it is b? I told you root b square would be b, that's why it is just b. So just place the values. Over here you can see root, if it is in the form of a plus root b, then you can find out that a will be equals to 3 and b is also is equals to 3. So the answer would be a square minus b, that is 3 square minus 3 means 9 minus 3, and the answer is 6. Now let's come to the next topic, rationalizing the denominator. What do you mean by rationalizing, and why are you rationalizing the denominator? So that is the question that you must all have. So let us solve your example and solve your queries. Just denominator, and you know rationalization are the rational numbers that name itself symbolizes that it's something related to rational numbers. So when you are rationalizing the denominator, what you are actually doing is, when the denominator contains a term with a square root, it can be a square root or any other type of root, then the process of converting it to an equivalent expression. So you have an expression whose denominator contains a square root number, and you have to convert it into an equivalent expression whose denominator will be a rational number. So first of all, you have an expression x whose denominator is a rational root number, and you have to convert it to the fraction y, which is not a rational number, which is actually denominator is a rational number. So that process is called the rationalizing the denominator. So I hope what you will say that what is equivalent expression. So when you are talking about equivalent expression, let me give you an example. If I am taking 1 by 2, then you can write millions and infinitely many equivalent expression for this fraction. You can write it as 2 by 4, you can write it as 4 by 8, you can write it as 6 by 12. So all these numbers are the equivalent expression, means whose answer is going to be same. That is the equivalent expression. So let us now proceed further. Now if you want to rationalize a number, what you will do? So the first thing that you have to do is, if expression denominator contains 4 plus root 3, suppose you have 4 plus root 3 in denominator, what you will do? You have to multiply and divide it by the rationalizing factor. Multiply and rationalize it, we can multiply and divide by the rationalizing factor. And what will be the rationalizing factor? It's just negative of that root. So if you have 4 plus root 3, its rationalizing factor will be 4 minus root 3. As you can see, 1 by 4 plus root 3 is your number, and over here you are going to multiply and divide it by 4 minus root 3. Divide by 4 minus root 3. Over here it will be also minus only, not plus. Okay, minus. So it would be minus root 3. That's how you are going to multiply. So remember, what is rationalizing factor? It's just the negative of the root. You have to convert that root sign into negative. Let us have some examples for that. Over here you are having 1 by root 7, and you have to rationalize the denominator. As you can see in this expression, the denominator is a root number, that is root 7. So what you will do? I told you about the 4 plus root 3 will be 4 minus root 3. But what about only root number is there? Then you just have to multiply and divide by that root number. If you have 1 by root 7, then it will be multiplied by root 7 and divided by root 7. And what will happen? 1 into root 7 will be root 7, and root 7 multiplied by root 7 is 7. So your answer is going to be root 7 by 7. Next question, 1 upon root 7 minus root 6. Over here you have the root in both the terms in the expression of denominator. So 1 by root 7 minus root 6 will be root 7 plus root 6. Root 7 plus root 6 you have multiplied and divided. What will happen? This 1 will be multiplied to root 7 plus root 6. That would become root 7 plus root 6. And it is this term, you can magnify it and see that it is a identity called root a minus root b into root a plus root b in the denominator. So using that identity you can find out that it is just root a square minus root b square. Root a means root 7 is going to be 7 square, and root 6 square is going to be 6. So the answer is simply just root 7 plus root 6 divide by 1, but it's not important to write. Now next question, let us look at some more examples. 1 by 5 root 5 plus root 2. Simply rationalizing factor is root 5 minus root 2 root 5 minus root 2. You are multiplied and dividing. Then root 5 minus root 2 multiplied by 1 would be root 5 minus root 2 only, and in denominator it will be identity you will apply. Root 5 square minus root 2 square would be 5 minus 2, and the answer would be 3. So answer simply is 1 by 3 root 5 minus root 2. Next question, 1 upon root 7 minus root 2. So it is an important one. Just watch the video, don't miss it, because it is an important thing. Over here you will not do root 7 plus 2. In the rationalizing factor you have to take negative sign in the front of root. So root, you can write it as minus 2 plus root 7, and that would be multiplied by minus 2 minus root 7 minus 2 minus root 7. That would be your rationalizing factor, and this rationalizing factor you have multiplied and divided. That would become 1 multiplied by root 2 minus root 7 is root 2 minus root 7, and in denominator you have minus 2 square minus root 7 square. So minus 2 square is going to be 4, and root 7 is 7. So 4 minus 7 is minus 3. You can take out minus sign common, and the answer that you are going to get is 1 by 3 2 plus root 7. Here it is the end of the video, and we have completed the exercise 1.5. Anyone having any doubt can please write it in the comment box, so that I may come to know that what are the improvements I need to make. And also, if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe the channel, and also press the notification bell to get notified every time the new video is uploaded. Thank you.